a school called Rufus E. Payne, and that was part of desegregation. But this particular day, you know, we had bullies on the playground out there at White House, and this particular day, I ran from them before they caught sight of me. I got on the bus, and they got on the bus, and you think you're gonna be safe because the bus driver will stop it, but back then the bus driver didn't give a shit. As long as the kids didn't pass the bus driver on the bus, everything behind the bus driver was fair game. And they caught me in the back of the bus there, or towards the back of the bus, and started messing with me. And then all of a sudden, this quiet kid, he wasn't, you know, kind of nondescript, kind of nerdy. He got up, he was a couple of seats in front of me. I'll never forget as long as I live. He got up, this guy was picking on me, popping me, you know, doing kid shit. And this guy, we were probably 12 years old at the time, this guy walked up and he just set to whooping this dude's ass for picking on me, you know. And that started a friendship with the dude. I had no idea he lived 1.5 miles, 2 miles from my house. And he lived in a little shotgun house, which means if you pull the trigger on the front of the house, the whole shot will go right through the house out the back door, small, in other words. And then back behind it, they had this little utility shed, and behind that, they had a little shack they called the CB shack. You know, his dad was he climbed a pine tree and put an antenna up there and was into talking on the CB at night, the truck driver or some shit. Mainly his daddy was into drinking. Mama was gone and dead, but he would tell us, yeah, we live in this house. One day I found out he didn't live in that house. He lived in the CB shack with his dad and his brother. And it was literally a utility shed, like from Home Depot, except there wasn't no Home Depot. You just had to build it yourself, you know, back then. And the last I heard, he had quit school when we got to James Weldon Johnson. He was 12 years old. And then his brother, I saw his brother when he was 14. He'd already left home, was working at Chico's or something, not Chico's, some Mexican restaurant in Arlington, and had a living girlfriend and had his own apartment at 14. But I never forgot that kid. His name was Tim Wilson. If I ever run into him somehow, some way, if you're ever in the audience, you gotta come up and say, hey. Thank you for getting that bully off me. This little song about him is called Dewdrops.